Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're on the new account, level 910. We're getting there. Almost hoping we don't hit level 1000 by the time we're done with this, but it might happen if I keep playing every day. There's double experience right now. I mean, you got to keep that in mind. XP boosters, double experience, all that. I even stopped using my XP boosters. Like, I'm trying to limit myself here because I don't really want this new account to hit level 1000 because that's pretty freaking crazy. But, yeah, that's one thing I could tell you. I've been not using my XP boosters. I decided that yesterday. I'm like, I'm not going to use these anymore. Like, I'm going to be way too high level and it's going to look crazy. I don't know. Just for this new account. On my main account, of course, I'm using them. And you should use them, of course. But I thought my level was getting a little bit too crazy for a new account here. So I don't know. Maybe I should just use them. They're still there to be used if I want them to be. It's not like I missed any yet. But I was like, I was about to run one. I'm like, should I really? I don't know. Anyway, in this video, what I want to go over, and I want to stick to it, I want to get it done, I want to make sure I do it, because it's in the title, and I feel like last stream I didn't really go over class weapons, but I put a class weapon on the thumbnail, and I put class weapons in the title, and I hate when I do that, but, I don't know, I've been off the rails recently, just talking about anything. We're kind of running out of beginner stuff to talk about, but here's what we're going to do. Today I'm going to make as many teams as I can with this beginner account to show you teams you can make as a beginner. You know, starting with like the Goblin team, the Rowan team. We'll cover those, and then we'll make some new ones too. Like mostly out of the Underworld legendaries, but anything else that I got, maybe we'll try to make a couple teams, and then we'll like take them for a spin, like one fight or something. Maybe do a vault key so we can maybe do, you know, we'll do a little bit of bounty because I want to show y'all like how far I am in the bounty and stuff, but I'm going to try to keep this at a tight hour and a half too, because I really got to start like moving and getting ready. And I don't know, I think these streams for the next month or so, I'm going to have to try to keep it a tight hour and a half so I can do some other stuff. Just because, I don't know, I got a lot going on and I'm driving myself crazy here, so I probably need more time in the day. But anyway, we'll cover it. But yeah, what have we been doing here? We're on the new account. We're level 910. What did we do last time? Last time we finished all the quests. So there's 0 quests anywhere. They're all done now. And you should have had that done way before I did. I think I just let them linger. Do you have to let it linger? But I had like one night quest I forgot to do, and I was finishing up like all these faction quests down here. There wasn't really a reason to do them yet. But I would say just get all your quests done if possible. Like the only time you need to do them is when you're about to like either go for troops there or there's a faction event going on. I have a video out. I have a couple videos out. One going over like somebody asked a question about like what you do after you farm City of Thieves, and I answered that question at the beginning of the last stream, the last new account playthrough stream. And then I have the Pure 500 video I just put out that was a members only video, so go check that out. I had one person in the comments say they couldn't get through my last stream because I was going crazy talking about, you know, ranting and raving. And I responded and I said, hey, I know it's not for everybody, but usually the chat likes it. Unless I'm, you know, got the wrong temperature here. If you guys don't like it, let me know. If I'm going off on off the rails talking about crazy rants, I think the chat likes it and they're here, so I don't stop. You know, if I'm going, I'm going. They like it, so I keep doing it. They come to the streams, they're here, you know. So I'm sorry if you're watching after the fact and I'm doing some crazy rant, but it is what it is. There's videos out there like the Pure 500 video you could go watch where there's 0 ranting. It's just all about the game. There's the Dragonite Ultimate Dragonite Guide video that has no ranting, no raving. It's all about the game. So if you want to see stuff that's all about the game, maybe check out the Monday streams. Those usually don't have ranting and raving in them. Monday streams, and then any pre-recorded video I put out shouldn't have it in there. But I don't know, I like to do it. I think what else are we going to talk about sometimes? Sometimes we're doing vault events, sometimes we're opening vault keys over and over and over and over, and there's only so much you could say about the game. Unless people ask questions, or I have something I want to talk about, I just fill the air with ranting and raving. So it is what it is. I think some people like it, maybe some people don't, but you know, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a free offer, right? Where's that at? Did I, like, skip through it? I always forget where to go. Did this? No. Where's it at? I always forget where the stupid thing is. Up here somewhere. Is it over here somewhere? There it is. Alright, 50 gems for free. Alright, some trait stones. Celestial, get for free. Boom. That shows that I've been playing every day, I think. Because I got it by Sunday. So that just shows I've logged in every day on this new account. So now you know. Yeah, Sana likes the rants. Mark is here, Sana's here. Thank you so much. Let me put it in live chat. Shout out to Mark and Sana for being here first. And yeah, hit that like. Let's get some more people in here. Alright, we're at 4,000 gems, 4,500,000 gold, almost. Almost a million souls. I have medals out the butt. Not every single medal, but I have a lot of globals. I got those from offers, merchant offers, vault event, guild stuff, etc. So I never had to farm anything on this account. I've never farmed anything on this account except for vault keys. That's it. Just literally never gold farmed, never soul farmed, never metal farmed, never token farmed. Never. And I have all this stuff. It's fine. You don't have to do that. Just wanted to prove that on this account for real. But yeah, let's go back up here. And let's get into it. So I want to go over all the teams. So we go to our collection. And maybe we'll take these off for a spin in the vault keys. So we got to open some vault keys. I want to get all these opened. I was talking about the plan. So the plan today is show all the teams, talk about class progression. So that's going to be today. Well, maybe a little bit of bounty and some vault keys. That's what we're doing today. Thursday's the next new account stream. I'm going to do Underspire. So I'm going to try, like on Monday, I'm going to start. Tuesday, Wednesday. By Thursday, I'm hoping I'll be like at least close to the second boss. And we'll try to get that second boss killed on this new account. That's Thursday. Sunday is the last stream for this account. And we're going to do Epic Trials. So that's the plan. If you guys have anything else that you think a beginner or early or new player account should cover, let me know. But I can't think of anything else that doesn't, you know, qualify as like mid-game or end-game. We could almost craft Dawnbringer, but I feel like we shouldn't because that's kind of mid-game. But let's get into this. Let's show some teams. Let's make some teams. Alright, first team you use in the game is the Goblin team. Now we could make this better by this time. So let's edit team. Let's try to make it better. Go to Goblins. This is the first team you're going to make in the entire game. Let's do base rarity. I almost want to craft Flaming Oni. I don't think we can. What's this week? Never mind. I think that was last week. Alright, what kind of goblins do we got? What would be better here? We got this weapon. We could trade this weapon out too. I like Boar Rider. I like Goblin Rocket. But we could probably make a whole new Goblin team if we really wanted to. I kind of just want to soup this one up though. Like maybe take out Goblin Bomber, put something else in there. And maybe take the weapon out, put something else in there. Like Gob Truffle would be great, but we're going to make a Gob Truffle team. So I really don't want to make... I don't want to put Gob Truffle on there because he's going to have his own team. Goblin King's not good. Queen Grapplepot's really not that good. She's okay, but not great. Smashed Mouth. Deal damage to an enemy and knock them to the back. Drain 7 mana from all enemies below them. Gain an extra turn. He's not too bad. Princess Fizzbang, Sir Snothelm, Nobin Brothers, Gloomhob. String Fiddler's pretty good. Could do String Fiddler. Would he work with this team, though? He's green and purple. We got the Boar Rider. Got Hobgoblin. Cinderhand Goblin's alright. Maybe we don't. Maybe Goblin Shaman should go in for Goblin Bomber. It's more like predictable. And we need a mana generator. Let me do this guy, maybe. Let's see. Okay, we could fully... We don't really need to, though. We don't need to do that. I might just level him and ascend him. Let's get him ascended. Yeah, maybe I should put a timestamp. Thank you. All right, we'll be at the like the 11-minute mark by the time I get it done. So let me put this chapter in. Teams 11. Save. And back to the chat. And the game. Got it, thank you. Alright, so we're going to fully ascend this dude. Got him. And then we're going to level him. We're going to recruit, put him here. And he needs to be leveled up. 18 now, that's good. So this is going to be like your first team ever, so I don't want to put anything too crazy on it. We need to do a different weapon, though, maybe. This weapon's mostly for... Like, here's our damage dealer, here's our damage dealer. Maybe we put, like, a... I don't know, what weapon? Essence of Evil's okay. We kind of need... We got red, yellow, purple, brown, and green. Blue would be cool, but... Then we can't minus anything. What do we have here? We got one brown. That might work. Let's do a Mountain Crusher, because you're going to get that early anyway. A to Z, apply filter. Go to M. Oops. There it is. Recruit. Alright, and this will be our Goblin team. Let's do Banner. We need brown and probably purple. Let's do purple, brown. Apply filter. We can minus blue. Here we go. Silver Banner. I guess. Yeah, that'll work. And then class. Brown Storm would be cool. I think Mountain Crusher's going to make a Brown Storm, though. So let's do Thief. Let's make ourselves a Goblin, too. We'll have a Purple Storm to start with, and then we'll make a Brown Storm later. And this will, I'll go into the classes and why. Like, right now, you might not have... Like, I guess I could do this. Sneak attack? Nah. But I have it down to the Dark Storm. Like, that was part of the class progression that we'll talk about in a minute. After we do all these teams. Okay, so we got... This is the team. It's like kind of like what you're working towards until you get the Rowan team. Once you get the Rowan team, you really don't use this team anymore. But this is like the first team in the game, and I just want to go over it. Like, keep putting better and better goblins in your team as you go. I really like the Boar Rider. Goblin Rocket, they got really good board control, and they have an extra turn, and you can like keep it on your turn for a long, long time if you do it right. Then Goblin Shaman is probably better than the Goblin Bomber, because the Goblin Bomber is like too unpredictable. It just blows up random gems. So the Goblin Shaman, you can put green on the board and then maybe get an extra turn or do something with the Boar Rider, the Goblin Rocket. It uses brown. The Mountain Crusher will make a bunch of brown, and like, yeah. Nobody's blocking anybody in this team. Goblin Shaman can catch purple. Boar Rider can catch green. Goblin Rocket, red and yellow. So nobody's blocked. But here's the team code. If you want. That would be your ultimate Goblin team without using like legendaries and mythics and stuff like that, probably. You could maybe throw a String Fiddler in there somewhere. You can maybe throw like a Fun Dingus in there somewhere. If you want to try to use Smashed Mouth, but that's a legendary. So I'm trying to do like, think like beginner team. But let's go see if it can beat a Vault Key. It's going to be pretty tough for it, because it's not really for that. You're going to have the Rowan team before you get to Vault Keys. But we'll show the team and how good it is for early game. Take the blue. Like, the teams will get faster and faster as we go. Like, this team's going to take a minute to beat this. The Rowan team will do it a little bit faster. The next team after that should do it a little bit faster. You're not going to... We'll talk about the Rowan team in a minute. I was about to talk about it, but... We'll talk about it when it's its turn. Alright, so we have a green extra turn here, but we're going to just cast this right here, because it's going to put more green up there. Kind of messed it up, though, but it's okay. Now we got Boar Rider. You wanna... It's going to remove a row. So you want to keep that in mind. Purple extra turn. Skull extra turn. Brown extra turn. Kicking butt. Nice. So blue. Alright. We have Boar Rider, so we'd cast that ahead of this because this does damage. So we could take out this row right here and get some purple. Oops. Yeah, let's do that. Got some purple. He's right back up. We can just cast him again. Is there any good spots? Right here we can get some brown, but we don't need brown right now. And then you can make like extra turns happen sometimes. We've gone over this team quite a bit early game in the beginning of the playthrough, but I don't see anything. I guess we'll just get the brown, even though we don't need it. Do some damage. Still got our turn. Alright, we'll do Goblin Shaman now. Extra turn down here. We might have just lost our turn, but not yet. Let's do this Mountain Crusher and hope we get an extra turn. Nope, we lost our turn, but we had it on our turn for quite a while, so it's alright. We can go right here and get an extra turn. You see that? It matched. Never mind. We got skulls there. We could take the Boar Rider and get skulls and get souls. Whoops, that's not the Boar Rider. I'm screwing up. I always get the goblins mixed up. They all look the same to me. Just take some skulls. They're going to keep summoning and crap. This might take longer than it looks like it's going to take. Let's do this. We could do Boar Rider right here, get an extra turn, but we were going to get an extra turn anyway. We got that up. We could throw green up and then do Boar Rider, maybe. Let's get rid of this red. We could do Goblin Rocket, maybe hit a Doom Skull. Let's do that. Doing some damage. Alright, we got Boar Rider here. We could get some red for the Goblin Rocket. Let's do that. Okay, it killed that. We gotta kill this guy. Come on. Alright. Goblin Shaman. Got Boar Rider back up. We can go right there. Extra turns. We got Goblin Shaman again. Let's go. Alright, we got this right here. Some green. Okay, let's just do this. Game is lagging. Cool, still our turn. We gotta kill this guy, so he won't summon anymore. Let's take that. Let's cast this and put it right here. Do some damage. We can go right here with this. Now we got this. Legendary. Some red. Goblin Rocket again. Let's just hit a bunch of skulls and stuff up here, maybe. You could do better. Like, you can make stuff happen with the Goblin Rocket, but... Alright, almost got him. Let's do this. Come on, baby. Gotta kill that guy before he summons, or it's gonna be a long fight. Alright, we can do it. Got him. Alright. Now let's just do this. And... where are we gonna go with this Boar Rider? Like right here? Get some green. Cool. Probably gonna lose our turn, but it's okay. Gnome's almost dead. Do 37 damage, so let's just kill him. Alright, so it's possible. It's possible. You could beat a Vault Key on the hardest setting with this team. I don't even know what I'm using for medals, by the way. 120 gems, that's what you're looking for, huh? 120 gems, 6,000 gold, a gem key. Leveled up to 911. Mark says, never thought I would see this account approaching level 1,000. That shows newbies that it doesn't take long to get to 1,000. I know, and it's like, it shows you can do it easily. It doesn't take long. It shows you that the game is different now. You can level so much easier. Imagine if you had Death Knight armor. I'm free to play. If I had Death Knight armor, I would be like 1250 probably already. Something crazy like that. It shows that level doesn't mean much anymore, for real. If you're level 1,000, you could still be like playing like a level 500. But you can get into better guilds easier too by being a higher level. Because some guilds look at your level. I could get into mana bombers if I wanted to soon. Because their requirement is level 1000. I probably would have trouble with the gold requirement, but I could technically get into mana bombers, a top 15 guild on PlayStation, like in the next week. Pretty crazy, right? All right, let's play again and do a different team. Not that I would want to, you know. Shout out to Sauna's guild, the Pirate Gang. You guys should all join it. It's a really good guild. If you're starting the game, they're awesome. Go join them. All right, so that's first team. Rowan's supposed to be the second team, so let's go to that. And you're gonna start with something like we're gonna go over the whole thing. So should I just do A to Z? Stupid. All right, you're gonna start with something like Golden Cog. You get it pretty early. You should have it by the time you're doing your Rowan team. Golden Cog. You all know this, but I'm going over all of the teams today. So we will get to some you don't know. Not goblins. Let's clear filter. We'll go to Clockwork Sphinx. Wherever she is. This one you would get from Adana, I'm pretty sure. If not, it's in the Warband shop sometimes. Shouldn't be too hard to get it. And Leprechaun would be the hardest thing to get on this team. But look for it in, like, Summoning Stones. You'll be opening all your keys. That's another thing I wanted to do today, was open all my keys. But you should get it eventually. And if you don't, if you're having trouble, go get Trickster in the Underworld instead of Leprechaun. And that'll do okay for you. You might have to put it up higher in the team, because it's like, I think it's actually the same colors as Leprechaun. But Leprechaun starts empowered, that's why it's in the bottom of the team, so it doesn't mind being mana blocked. So you might have to put like Trickster up in second slot or something, if you're going to use Trickster though. But hopefully you get Leprechaun. Like, my new account got Leprechaun. All my accounts got Leprechaun. I do hear like some rumblings out there of people not getting it though. And then as far as class goes, you would start with like something like Orb Weaver, then you would move to Titan, and then to some other things. But I'm leveling, I'll just do Titan, I guess. Alright, Titan, banner, double green, purple minus red is fine. We're covering every color, right? We got yellow, red, brown, purple, blue, and green. So we're covering every color, so you gotta minus something. So we're just gonna minus red. Sometimes you won't need it, and you will need every other color on your team. You can't minus purple, can't minus green, you don't want to minus blue, you don't want to minus brown. What else is there? So yeah, let's show this team code. It'll start something like this. And you'll use this team for hard stuff, because you have to boost. Once you get to a certain point in City of Thieves, you're going to be using Mirage Queen and Leprechaun to get up the Rowan, to cast it, to win. You might even use Black Manacles as your weapon, because you no longer need to boost. So you'll use Rowan with a boost until you get other teams, like the Truffle Shuffle, your Guardians, just Queen Beatrix, maybe Tesla. You know, any kind of team like that, you're going to probably use instead. But until you get those teams fully fleshed out, you're going to use this team for harder things. Because you can just boost Rowan, boost Rowan, boost Rowan, and cast it, like for the Kingdom quests, or like certain events, PvP, like anything that the game is asking you to do, World Quest, stuff like that. You'll use this team because you can just boost it up. You can kill anything with it. You could kill Explorer 12 with this if you really wanted to. You can do Vault Keys with it if you need to. But it does become a little bit slow once you have to like boost, and then cast. Like with the Vault Keys right now, I have to like boost 3 times before I cast. So there's other things that are like slightly faster right now. But until you get those slightly faster teams, you will use this when you're doing harder stuff where you need Rowan to hit really hard. You boost her up and you cast her and you win. Then the other situation where you're going to use Rowan is like City of Thieves or Adventure Board, or if like the XP booster asks you to do Explorer 1, or if you're doing Vault Keys, like it's a Vault event, That's when you would do the Mirage Queen Leprechaun Rowan thing with like black manacles. And then you would use that for the rest of time until you get Ironhawk for that kind of stuff. For that quick, clear, easy stuff, you're going to use Rowan with Mirage Queen with Leprechaun. That's why Rowan never goes away. Is because of that. It's so fast. It starts with half mana, like 6 mana. You cast your Leprechaun, boom, it's up. You cast it, you win. Your armor's through the roof. You got guard medals on. You got all your kingdoms leveled up. Armor's easy to get. So it's just your fast team eventually. Right now, it's going to do everything for it. Like, not right now for me, but as far as like this team progression, like we just got this team and our team progression that I'm talking about right now, we would use this team for everything. But eventually you're going to get other troops, Queen Beatrix and Venoxia and Great Worm and, you know, all kinds of good stuff that you can use and might be a little bit faster with true damage. Tesla. But until then, use this. This will work on everything. So let's go run it in the Vault Keys. I'll show the other team too, but let's do this one for the Vault Keys because we need to boost. Let's make sure we have our guard medals on. Nope. This will be team number 2. And it will work here. It's just, oh, let's do an epic. I need to get some epics done. Sana says yes, but the thing with a high level, you still have crappy troops, right? Mark says very true, Sana, but it shows you don't need Stella or Diamantina to get to high levels. That's true too. What class is best for that team? Which team? For Rowan or for the Goblins? Sometimes if the trait isn't going to do anything to help you, you don't have to fully trade it. You might need those trait stones for something else. Like, always be thinking about everything all the time. You know what I mean? That's like this my new thing to say. Like, do everything all the time and think about everything all the time on this game. So, like, a trait like Sturdy for the Goblin Shaman isn't going to do very much for you. But you might need that trait stone on a different troop somewhere else where it will actually do something. So if the trait stone isn't like a 50% start, like if the trait isn't like a 50% start or like a Royal Honey or like something like that, that would be a no-brainer. You're going to go ahead and do it. But if it's like Sturdy and it's like Goblin Shaman, if you can look at the trait stone, if you have 50 billion of that trait stone, go ahead and do it. But if you only have like 4 of that trait stone and it costs 2, that's too close to 0. We always got to think about that. Like, if we have 500 gems, we shouldn't spend gems. If we have like you know, 10,000 gold, we shouldn't spend gold. If we only have 10,000 souls or 5,000 souls or 1,000 souls, we probably shouldn't spend souls, you know? So if we only have 4 trait stones, we probably shouldn't spend trait stones because we don't have enough. We have to like use it for something that is 100% no-brainer. But I guess for the Goblin team, the best class would be maybe Thief, maybe Archer, maybe Titan, one of those. Elementalist is always good. It's just for like defensive purposes though. It's not fast. So Elementalist, if you're doing something, you're trying to do something fast, don't use Elementalist. Use something like Thief, Archer, Titan. So you can have a Storm and a 50% start. Elementalist is for like PvP, Guild Wars, Citadel Wars, you know, super hard stuff. To tie up the enemy. Hopefully the enemy's not doing so much. We're just winning quickly, so we don't need Elementalists. But, you know, some of those classes, or if you want to level a class, whatever. If you're getting class weapons, leveling classes, you could do that with the Goblin team or the Rowan team. But the best team for the Rowan team is probably some sort of Green Storm or Brown Storm or, you know, something like that. So once again, Archer, Titan, something like that. But I use this team mostly to level classes, so it doesn't really matter which class you use. Because most of the work's going to happen with these 3. So whatever this has, like, you know, if it gets up eventually, it's fine. Depends. Kind of depends. Alright, let's take that extra turn. Alright, we got to boost a couple times here, because we're doing something hard. So let's boost a couple times. Take all these extra turns out. Okay, boost it up. And we'll try to get up our cog again and boost again. Just to make sure we have enough damage. Yeah, you're annoying. Alright, let's do it again. And now we got the Cog. Cast the Cog on Rowan. Shoot Rowan. And we win! That was an epic vault key on the hardest setting. Three Orbs of Chaos is really good. Burial Phantom is here. How's it going? Mark says you're opening keys today. Can't wait to see what mythics you get. I love opening keys. Yeah, I don't have like a ton, but I do have a decent amount. So hopefully we get something. Burial says, is Elementalist plus Miraji better for Rowan? Like I said, it depends what you're doing. If you're doing something hard, then Elementalist is good. But if you're trying to blow through stuff quickly or level a class, you probably shouldn't use Elementalist because it's slow. It's really good, but it's slow. Titan has a Storm, has a 50% start. Thief has a Storm, has a 50% start. Archer has a Storm, has a 50% start, like an instant kill. Like, those things are faster, but Elementalist is safer, but it's also slower. So it depends what you're doing, for real. Elementalist is the best class in the game, but it's the best at, like, not losing. It's not the fastest. Alright, so that was that team. If we were going to do the fast one, I'll show you. Let's go get the Miraji Queen. You guys noticed more like ads on YouTube and like they're longer? I watch a lot of YouTube and I've been noticing they're freaking long and... Alright, then we take a weapon and we do Black Manacles. And we switch, put this on the bottom. There you go. That would be your quick team. So you're not going to do vault keys with this. You're going to do like Explorer 1 or Adventure Board or something like that. So I can go show that real quick. Your Rowan team is going to be versatile. It's going to switch back and forth between boosting and not boosting and going fast and doing hard stuff. So we can go to something like Adventure Board and knock one of these out quickly. This one. So you're hoping you cast Leprechaun, it gets up Rowan, you cast Rowan, you win. That's it. See how fast it is? Like, it almost doesn't get much faster. Like, you wouldn't use, like, a Queen Beatrix there. You wouldn't use a Tesla there. Rowan's going to be faster. It's 6 mana. Leprechaun blowing up the green that the 6 mana is. It's just so fast. Unless you have Ironhawk. The Rowan will be with you until the end of the game. I still use it on my main account. Just for this team. But early game, you're going to use the boosty Golden Cog, Clockwork Sphinx, boosty stuff to boost it up to make it do more damage. So that was team number 2. Team number 3, what did we get third? I'm trying to think. It was probably the Truffle Shuffle. The Guardians were coming in, but the weapon for the Guardians just weren't coming. So we could make Guardian teams, but I feel like the Truffle Shuffle was a little bit... What's this? That's Finesse. It's Dwarven Gate. So that's a team. That might come pretty quick. I mean, this is a common. If we ascend it, we're going to lose some... Oh, I have 41 extras. Could go up to this. 26 extras, so I'd only be able to do, I would lose, I think. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't know how it works, but maybe we show this team as our third team. This is a common. See that? So teams like this, it's going to be, there's going to be, you know, Dwarven Gate, Wall of Tentacles, and Wall of Bones. They can all do the same thing here. But let me get a different banner. I want blue and maybe brown. It's probably cool. Sea of Sorrow banner. Class. Let's go with Titan. Could go with Thief though, because we're at the bottom of the team. Just do Thief. And, yeah, that's probably good. Thief. Alright, so let me show you this. Let's do Adventure Board. It's not like a Vault Key type. It could do Vault Keys, but it's more of like a, I don't know, some sort of event is happening. And you have like a blue restriction. And you got nothing else. These are commons. It's just a representation of this type of team. Wall of Tentacles, Wall of Bones, Dwarven Gate. They all do the same thing, but they can be used in different situations. Like Wall of Tentacles can be used when you have like a purple and a green restriction. Wall of Bones can be used in a purple restriction if you don't have Wall of Tentacles. And then Dwarven Gate can be used in a blue restriction when you don't have other things. But I guess you would have Rowan no matter what, so it'd have to be like a weird restriction, like blue constructs or dwarves or constructs. You know, it'd be weird, but it'll happen sometimes. So let's just show this. The Black Manacles is going to cast once and we're going to win here. So I kind of want to make it harder. Guess we can't. Oh well. I'll just show it. This is the one where I say you do the dance. You cast the Dwarven Gate. So you gain armor boosted by Dwarven allies. All other allies gain barrier and 5 mana. So all your allies are going to gain 5 mana. Actually, I should have used a Geomancer so I could have a 50% start. Let's see if I'm going to retreat. That makes it way better. You do Geomancer. Do I have the 50% start? No. I'm just gonna do it. Well, should I? I mean, I want to show it. I'll just use my orbs on it. I want to show it. Maybe you shouldn't do this, but eventually you're gonna have Geomancer to fully traded. You need it fully traded too. Like whatever stone is used to trait Geomancer should be used on Geomancer, because there's a lot of constructs you want to start with 50% mana. So I probably should have thought ahead on that. Alright, let's go. So now everything will start with 50% mana, and then when we cast this, it'll get it up. And it'll get the next one up. And then we cast that, it gets the next one up. And then your weapon's up. And then you do it again. Like it's a dance you do. So one of these teams, whether it's Wall of Bones, Wall of Tentacles, or Dwarven Gate, you're going to get one of these teams, and you're going to have Black Manacles. And you will use it in certain events, mostly. Like, you're not going to go run this instead of Rowan, or run this instead of, like, Truffle Shuffle, but you might run it instead of Goblins, if you happen to get it at a certain time. And sometimes you'll have, like, a Enchant Potion going, an Explode Potion going, and this will just get up right away. Let's just take Skulls. Just need to get one of these up. Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. Oh, come on, Blue. Give me some blue, poophead. There we go. Alright, now. We just dance. You almost never take gem. Like, once you get one of them up, you don't have to take any gems off the board anymore. This is up already. Normally, you would have to maybe cast them more, but... You see how everything got up when I casted that? It's going to keep happening. You're just going to have to keep casting spells. And don't even have to touch the board. Let's run it one more time. Professor is here. J.M. Ricks is here. Ooh, I got a Dragonite Gnome. Yeah. Burial Phantom only started playing like a week ago? Okay. Well, I got a whole playlist for you. I'm almost done with my new account. There's our blue. Cast. Get this one up. Cast. Bang, there's your weapon. Boom, you hit all enemies. And then it would just happen again. If they didn't die, you would just cast that last Dwarven Gate. It would get up the first one. The first one would get up the second one. The second one would get up the weapon. You cast again. Rinse and repeat. 50 Dragonite. So that's an example of that team. If you have Wall of Tentacles, just put 3 Wall of Tentacles. If you have Wall of Bone, just do 3 Wall of Bone. Same thing. You just cast the spell. It gets up the next one. Cast the spell. It gets up the weapon. Cast the spell. It gets up the next one. Cast the spell. You know? There's... Basically, the Black Manacles takes 15 mana, and these do 5 each, and there's 3 of them. 3 times 5 is 15. And you're getting a barrier, too, like on all allies. All other allies. It's gaining armor. Like, it's hard to kill, too. It's going to keep gaining armor and barrier. Like, your whole team is going to keep gaining armor and barrier. And then you're going to keep getting mana, too. So, it's a nice little team for, like, mostly for, like, guild events or random weird color restriction, typing restriction, kingdom restriction events. So sometimes you'll use this, sometimes Wall of Tentacles, sometimes Wall of Bones. But in the same little kind of team. You might change your banner if it's like Wall of Tentacles. You would want like purple and green or something. If it's Wall of Bones, you would want purple and brown. But there's your third team. Let's go back to Vault Keys. Alright, what would be the fourth team? Probably Truffle Shuffle, wherever it is. There it is. Alright, so the best weapon for this team is the Doomed Glaive, but I don't have it yet. So I was just using Mountain Crusher here. Let's see if we have anything else. But there are several weapons that work here. Doomed Club, Doomed Glaive, Arboreal Crystal, Reflection of Good would be okay. Obsidian Librum would be okay. There's probably just any explodey weapon, pretty much. Anything that explodes. And hopefully it doesn't use, like, blue, brown, or green. But the only thing I had was Mountain Crusher, so I had to use it. I think I have Reflection of Good. We could do that. But it just felt like the way this team was going, this was fine. And I guess I'll do Reflection of Good. Just to be covering something else, different color. Where is it at?
They shall feel my fury.
So really you want Doomed Glaive, Doomed Club, Arboreal Crystal, I guess. Like I said. But this will be okay until you get those. Then for the class, we're going to be doing a lot of brown and green. So Titan is fine, or Archer is fine. Let's go with Titan. Plus Titan will, I think, start this Forest Troll with 50% mana. So that's why Titan's good. Brown Storm to get up the Forest Troll. Brown Storm to help when you're casting the Gob Truffle, putting brown on the board. And then it's a giant, so it gets 50% started by Titan. So Titan is one of the best teams for the Truffle Shuffle. It's not just that you get it early and it's an early low-level beginner class or something. It's also just really good for this team. And we got the Forest Troll. I got it fully traded. It's not really ascended yet. That's okay. It's leveled, right? 18. You got the Truffle. Now, Forest Troll you're going to get, like, through just random keys, mostly. So you got to kind of wait. It might be like the Leprechaun of the Rowan team, where you're going to get Gob Truffle first, and you're going to be like, where's this Forest Troll? But you'll get it eventually, just through opening random keys, most likely. And Gob Truffle you get from the Underworld, right? It's one of the first things you get down there. I don't think we have it too upgraded. Like, none of this really matters. We're just trying to loop. You know, you want to have it fully traded eventually, but we don't have to. Like, we don't want to use this many of this trait stone just to inflict poison when I take skull damage. Like, that trait stone is important for other troops, like Queen Beatrix and stuff like that. So, none of this is going to, like, be that consequential for this team. So you don't have to fully trade it right away. This guy was more consequential because it inflicts Entangle when doing skull damage. It reduces damage from skulls by 33%. It's in first slot, so I'd rather trait the Forest Troll than the Gob Truffle. Alright, banner. We got a lot of blue. We got a couple green. That looks good. Blue, green, minus red. We're not using red. What about this thing? Did I want to upgrade this? Yeah, let's do it. We'll silence the first enemy, give 1 mana to all allies, so it's okay. It's probably okay to do, especially if you have 210. If you only had like 100, maybe not, but... Alright, so let's go take this one for a spin. This one's going to be good for a lot of stuff. Because it's going to loop, the enemy's not going to get a turn, and you're just going to win. And I should have my Nisha medals on, I forgot. But try to get up your Forest Troll first. Well, looks like Reflection of Good wants to get up first. So we'll just cast this on this. Now he's up with a bunch of buffs. Cast this. Gets up the Gob Truffle. Now you just cast Gob Truffle until you can't cast Gob Truffle no more. You don't take extra turns. You don't take brown or green extra turns because you're just going to throw more of those up there. I mean, you could, I guess, because he's going to get extra turn anyway. But you want to like make the board as brown and green as possible so it will keep looping. You don't want to like steal this off the board. I mean, you could because he's cool too, but I'm not going to. See how the enemy never gets a turn? It's called an infinite loop. Let's take this brown out of here. Sometimes you got to make the board as green as you can before you cast this dude. Epic. Get rid of this stupid red. We don't care about red. Let's get it out of here. If we take this, we'll have more green, more brown, most likely. Like, watch this row and see how many green or brown we get. See that? That's going to make everything better. They never got 1 turn there. So how are they going to beat you? It's not going to happen. You can use that to do Deathless 500. And all kinds of stuff. And it'll get faster as your magic goes up. It'll get faster and stronger. As you like fully trade everything and fully level and fully ascend, it'll get stronger and faster. But let's show the team code. Something like this. Hopefully you have a better weapon than I do. Hopefully yours are fully ascended, fully traded. That'd be like your 4th team. Let's catch up in the chat here. Yeah, you're in the right place, Burial, especially on this stream. Mark says, ask any question you need, Burial. Cindy is good at explaining the game. Jamrick says it depends. Poop. Yeah, there's a depends emoji, too. It's a diaper. Professor said, yeah, 3-minute ad. I don't think so. Don't you hate that? Sana says, yeah, was watching yesterday's stream, but got really annoyed with the ads every 5 to 10 minutes. That sucks, dude. I don't know why YouTube's doing that. Burial says, apparently I got told to grab the blue-green goblin from Underworld, the hit-all guy. I forgot the name. Yeah, we're using him right now. Yep. King Gobtruffle. Mark says, he is in the Amanithrax Burial. Did you go there and throw Chaos Shards to get it? You should get Miraji Queen first to make your Rowan team even better, but Gobtruffle is definitely like 2nd or 3rd. Queen Beatrix is up there too. Sana says, early game Bog Strider goes well with King Gobtruffle. I mean, Forest, if you don't have Forest Troll, yeah. Burial says, working on it. Those level 20 City of Thieves every day is getting old fast, though. Well, you'll make your Horde level higher, so you'll have more stats. You'll make your Rowan better. You'll get Miraji Queen plus Leprechaun. Boom, it's up. Grrr, they're dead. Like, it's going to get faster and faster. Just do it the right way. Make sure you level your Horde level up in City of Thieves to make your stats higher, so you one-shot. Go get the Miraji Queen. So you have a 50% start for Rowan. So when you cast the Leprechaun, she gets up immediately. Then you cast her, boom, she's dead. Go get your guard medals, get into a good guild. Like all those things, up your levels, like your kingdom levels and power. Like all those things will help to where it just makes it faster every day. I've been doing it every day for, up until I'm level 1000 almost. I've been doing it every day, so I feel your pain. But it gets faster and easier the stronger you make your Rowan team. Just stick with it, because you're going to get lots of gold, all kinds of trait stones, ingots. You're going to get the Chaos Shards to go get awesome troops, legendaries. Like, it's not just that you're getting, like, Gob Truffle, Queen Beatrix, Mirage Queen. You're going to get tons of gold, too, if you just keep doing City of Thieves 3 times a day. I think that's what some people do. They, like, go get a couple of the legendaries. They're like, oh, well, I'm done with this City of Thieves crap. It's getting boring. It's getting, and they stop doing it, and then they run out of gold. They're gold farming instead, which is boring. Like, just do City of Thieves 3 times a day, man. It covers tons of bases. You get tons of gold too. I got like 100,000 gold. I was getting like 100,000 gold a day doing it. Once you get your quality to 10 and you do all the rooms and you do it 3 times a day, you get like 100,000 gold a day almost, just from City of Thieves. Dragonite Gnome, yeah. This game will teach you patience, Burial, that's for sure. Yeah, you gotta play it like it's a 2-hour-a-day game with diminishing returns eventually. The earlier you are in the game, the longer you can play each day. That's kind of what's weird. People, they think it's going to be like that forever, but it's not. Once you get all your quests done and once you're into the daily grind, there's diminishing returns after 2 hours, It's that type of game. Tyrion's here. Chat with a two. What's the deal with these immortal cards? So that's a PvP thing. You're going to get to that eventually. You probably should get to it sooner than I did on my new account playthrough, but I started this new account playthrough before immortals were even in the game. So, I would have way more. I even have some. I have Ossifer right now on this account, which was okay in the journey event. It wasn't like amazing and like a Panacea and it was okay. But you will do some PvP. After you're done with everything else for the day, go do some PvP, get some gold marks. So the way you do PvP is you get into an alliance, you do your Citadel Wars, you do your Monolith fights, which you go to the buffs, and you pick a buff that applies to a team that you're using. Like if you're going to farm VP, which you'll do after Citadel Wars and after the Monolith. So you got to kind of think ahead. Like, I'm going to do my Citadel Wars. After I'm done with that, I'm going to go get a buff for a team that I'm going to use to farm VP. So you would pick like purple restriction or blue restriction or just Central Spire, whatever your team is, and get a buff that applies to your best team, like Rowan maybe in Central Spire. Just get a buff that gives you like armor or something, or magic or whatever you want to do. You could use the Truffle Shuffle in Central Spire. And then after you do your Monolith fights, you get that buff. You have to go get Valhawks first, like, so it might not go in that exact order. But, Citadel Wars, you have to have Monolith, you have to have sigils to do the Monolith fights. So you might do like a few Central Spire fights to get your Valhawks, which appear like randomly as you're doing fights. Like a bird will scream and run in there with the bag, and you got to kill it to get the sigil to use it on the Monolith to get the buff. And you can get like however many of those a day. It's like 5 or 10 or something. I don't even know because I don't do PvP that much, but I'm going to start doing it more as soon as I'm done with this new account. But that's basically the PvP progression, Citadel War, join an alliance, do your 5 or 6 Citadel Wars fights, go do like some Central Spire, get your Valhawks. That'll give you sigils that you can take to the buffs. Go pick a buff that actually will do something like for one of your best teams that you're going to use to farm VP. Get the Monolith fights done. If you don't have enough Valhawks, go get more just by fighting, just regular fights in the Central Spire. They'll pop up. Get a buff that applies to your farming team, and then go somewhere easy, like Central Spire or some color restriction, and just keep doing the easiest fights over and over and over. And you'll get VP, and then you'll be satisfying like the season goals and the PvP goals, and you'll go over there eventually after you farm for a while. You'll click on the season goals, and you'll see like you're making progression towards burning marks. And then you'll take the burning marks and you'll go open burning chests. Once you get a certain amount, once you satisfy those goals in the season pass, there's like a season pass where you just get VP and it like progresses through different rewards as you get higher and higher VP, and you have to go collect them, so you have to check on it every once in a while. Then there's the other one, it's like season goals, where it'll ask you to kill like 150 enemies or do a certain amount of monolith battles or a certain amount of Citadel Wars fights. And eventually you'll like meet those goals. You'll get burning marks from those two things, like the season pass, the season goals, the VP season thing. And once you get burning marks, you can open burning chests. Once you open burning chests, you have a chance to get an immortal, and then that's how you get immortals. And immortals are decent. They're pretty good. It's one of the first mythics you're probably going to get in the game. My first one was a dragon from a dragon egg, but I had started before immortals were in the game. So if I had started after immortals were in the game, I probably would have got an immortal as my first mythic. So you're going to get a random one. There's like 11 of them. Some of them are good, some of them aren't. They're all okay. So, you know, you're going to get one. Hopefully it's a good one. You might build a team around it. You might use it in certain guild events, but it's not going to like be the best thing ever and you're going to use it only. You still want to use these teams I'm showing you. But yeah, that was a long PvP explanation. Chad running out there by himself, twiddling his thumbs, jumping rope. Thank you so much, Chad. At work and lurking. Burial says, are there any standout troops from the 500 gem trial teams? Nah, it was never worth it to me. It was always too many gems. I mean, I'm going to look at it this upcoming week, but so far, like, early game, that's way too many gems. And none of the troops were, like, jumping out at me so far. So I guess I could go around to all the kingdoms and check on all the trial troops and see if there's anything good. But it would still be, like, a lot of gems for just one troop that's probably not going to change your game up too much. I'll have to look at all of them. I'm not sure. Does anybody know if there's any good trial troops that are worth 500 gems super early in the game when you only have like 500 gems? Like, you would be blowing your whole wad. So it has to be a really, really good troop. Mark says immortals are troops you get from PvP. They just added those to the game recently. Burial says, man, I keep losing my place. How do you get the troop from the front of the Plague Bearer class? His tier 3 is explode on 4 matches. How do you get the troop from the front of the Plague Bearer class? You're talking about Possessed King? That's a mythic, so you're going to have to either wait until his kingdom comes through and throw event keys, or you're going to have to wait till he pops up in the Soul Forge and use your diamonds, or you're just going to have to randomly get it with Glory, Gem, Guild, or VIP keys. Yeah, I just answered him, I know. I had to go down from the top to the bottom, Sana. Whoever said something first. Rydia's here. Good morning. Can Grim Caldero? Burial says apparently I have to level their till Kingdom 10. Yeah, do Magic Kingdoms first. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch this playlist because I talk about all that stuff. Ads during the actual live stream seems to be new. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's the whole YouTube's been crazy lately. Like, I've been noticing it while I'm watching YouTube. All right, but that's your what I say team 4. So we had goblins. Then we had Rowan, then we had the Dwarven Gate thing, and then we had the Truffle Shuffle. Eventually you're going to get Guardians. I guess I'll go over those next. Like Triple Finesse. Maybe I'll go open my chests. Let's go open my chests, because what if I get some troops that we can use in these teams? How long have we been streaming, Sana? I might need to put some pep in my step. Let's see. Okay, so let's how many do I have orbs? Should have done this off stream. See how many I got though? It's from playing the game correctly. This will help you get mythics. You guys like mythics, right? So doing everything right, you'll get purple orbs. Vault keys, guild events, single player events. If you do all that stuff, you'll get this many orbs too. I'm opening the big one right now. Maybe I should do this off stream and go open. Oh, here we go. We're almost done. I don't have as many as I thought, I guess. That was still quite a bit, though. Like, this one's going to take forever, because these are easier to get. Give you less. Never let these fall too far behind, because there's no reason to save purple orbs for anything. Just open them up. My main account had like 300, and it took forever. So don't let yourself get behind on opening these orbs. I know you should save a few, just in case. So if you need seals one week, or your guild falls short of 40,000 one week, you can like help them get there, but you don't have to save too many. Maybe save like 10 of each or something. Or whatever. Like 10 of this one, and then like 5 of this one or something. Just in case, but anything other than that, don't let it get too out of control, or you're going to be doing this for a very long time, and it's not very fun. It's boring. But you're getting seals to open up chests to try to get mythics. So just tell yourself that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go try to get some good troops. I'm going to open all my keys. There we go. Done. Alright. And chests. Let's open some chests. Okay. So I'm not going to do this. I'm going to wait till next week. I'm going to try for the Grey King, because this is my last week. Not because I should open it on Golvania, but I've been saving these the entire time. That's how many I got. That shows you, like, how many event keys they give you. It's not very many. This is for the entire playthrough. I haven't spent one event key yet. I have 1,000. That's it. So they're very, very precious. My precious. So you don't want to use them all the time every single week, because it's hard to build them up. It's hard to collect them. You're not going to get very many. So you got to like hold on to them tightly, like they're your golem. And they're your precious. Let's open these first. They'll just give me some gems and more copies of troops that I already have. A little bit of gems. Some gold. Some trait stones. Trait stones are good. These both give trait stones. I think they all give trait stones. So that's another spot you can get trait stones without farming. Alright, let's do these glory keys. Now I have a chance at getting mythics and legendaries. Flesh Horror. He's not great. Nothing too great there. I mean, we probably got some more copies of something, but 20 gems, though. Bunch of trait stones. Even if you don't get a mythic, you're still getting cool stuff that you probably need. Ooh, I got a mythic. Umanath. Not great. I keep getting poopy mythics, but you got to get them all eventually anyway. I think I have what? I have Nipple Fobs, Sagittarius. I have Wolf Garrick. And now I have Umanath. And I have something else I keep forgetting. I'll go look at it after this. Firenza. We got some more Bork. 17 gems. Bunch of trait stones. Lady Estelle, the Ghost Queen. Gems. Glory. Gold. Trait stones. Alright, so we got one mythic. That's not too bad. Umanath. And you don't do this until like later in the game. You want to save your glory for trait stones and glory shop troops and the spoils of war, because those give you event keys that are really hard to get. So until you can afford that every single week, you shouldn't do this. Like, I could probably do it now, but I won't. Alright, we got gem keys, an even higher chance at mythics, but you don't get gems from this. It's weird, right? Gem keys don't give you gems. Crimson Bat, not bad. Be good this week. Not sure where his picture went. Crimson Bat, not bad. See how you get no gems, though? But you get ingots, you get better trait stones. So as a beginner, you're just going to open all your keys, like, except for event keys. Just as you get them, just open them. Because you're a beginner, you need everything in the game. As a mid-game player, you open all your keys until a certain point. You know, until you have like 75% of the mythics and 90% of the legendaries and 99% of the epics. Then you would stop opening all your keys. Because you're going to start like getting duplicates over and over and over of mythics. And you kind of want to just target them at that point with event keys and diamonds. As an in-game player, you just save all your keys pretty much. And you use them on like new mythics, and you save up diamonds, and you save up event keys, and you target down the last mythics that you need. And eventually you can open them all once you like have that under control. You got Mother of Darkness though. She used to be good. They nerfed her into the ground though. Indirectly. Sekma, she's okay. Some more Captain McCall, some more Garyon, some more Bork. Got Ulf. He's pretty good for night restrictions. Does true damage to multiple enemies. Can start him with 50% mana with Sir Quentin Hadley. That's not a real Sentinel. We got more Crimson Bat. Glaceon. Not bad. Alright, no more mythics. So we got Umanath and Mother of Darkness. But we have Guild Seals to open. Not touching these. Not touching these. Leave them alone. Quit touching it. Leave it alone. You're going to go blind. Quit touching these. You're going to go blind. Leave them alone. We got 26,000. Okay, 26. Let's go. We should get a mythic, man. Werverine. Nothing. Turtle Cannon. Badar the Vast. And remember, when it's a new mythic week, that's the only mythic available, so you don't want to throw keys as a beginner during the new mythic week unless it's a good mythic. King Heliodor, he's not bad. He's not one of my favorites, but some people like him. Some people would be taking their panties off and throwing them on the stage right now, but not me. We're also getting our copies of our Guardians. That's why I'm doing this right now. That way we can make our Guardian teams a little bit better. You'll keep getting these until you have them fully ascended. And then you'll stop getting them. So that mechanic is in the game, even though they don't use it on their dragon eggs. Hydra. Bone Dragon. Slitherling. Nothing. Nothing. Glitter Claw, Rockgar. I'll let you know if anything's good. Scoprio is trash. We got another mythic though. I'm like collecting all the poopy mythics on this account. They gave me Ossifer for my Immortal, so they're not going to give me any good random mythics. So don't make the mistake of getting like a Scoprio or a Mother of Darkness or a Sagittarius and then like cramming it into your teams and forcing yourself to use it, because those aren't good. You're better off with Queen Beatrix or Tesla or Gobtruffle or anything like that. They're better. There's legendaries that are better than mythics. Queen Beatrix is better than Scoprio, and it's a legendary, you know? So, that's just because it's a mythic doesn't mean it's better. Some mythics are poopy. They're just rare. They're mythic because they're rare, not because they're good. So mythic doesn't automatically mean good. Venoxia is good, though. I'd rather use Venoxia than Scoprio or Sagittarius or Mother of Darkness. Got Zenith. Todd with the sports. He got fired from his job. Alright, we're almost there. More Crimson Bat. Hindla. She's like okay sometimes. Nothing. Alright, so we got a couple mythics. We got Umanath, we got Mother of Darkness, we got Scoprio. With all those keys, we got 3 mythics. Which isn't too bad. Did you notice I did not touch my event keys and I did not touch my shiny keys? You gotta save those up for till the end of time almost. Alright, so I got Ossifer, Terra, Titanus, Luna, Mother of Darkness, Sagittarian, Scoprio, Umanath, Vashdagon, and Wolf-Garrick. Oh, nothing too special. I would rather use Queen Beatrix or Tesla than any of these. Except for maybe Ossifer. He's pretty good. Luna's okay sometimes too. Like, these are the best 2 that I got. And I got them first. None of those random mythics I got were that good. No, Vashdagon could be used here and there. Wolf-Garrick can be used here and there. But you're not gonna put them on your team and use it every single day. Like, Rowan will be better than these 2. Any of these, a lot of the time. You know what I mean? All of these right here. All this, everything you see on the screen. Rowan's better than. Queen Beatrix is better than. Shoggoth is better than. You know? A lot of stuff you can get in the underworld is better than all these mythics right here. It's crazy. But he's really good, and this is pretty good. So we got those. Anyway, I just wanted to open all those keys, so now we can show the next team. Which would be some sort of triple finesse, triple guardian teams. There's a triple finesse, triple ferocity, triple cunning, triple persistence, triple defiance. The only one you don't do is blue. Strange, I know. Treachery or whatever its name is, you never use that one. But finesse and ferocity are the 2 best. And then you got persistence and defiance are pretty good. And then you got cunning, which will, is decent. It'll work here and there. It's not bad. But you triple up on them because of their 3rd trait. So you really need to have it fully traded. And I can't do it right now, which kind of sucks. Maybe I should orb them just to show you. Maybe I have a different one. But then you would just do like any... Like the weapon you want is Nimbus Bow or Staff of Storms. I don't think I have those right now. You can type like Construct. See what you got. I got nothing. Is this a Strix Construct? You can type in Strix and see if we have nothing. So we're gonna have to go with just an explodey weapon. Probably Mountain Crusher, Reflection of Good, Essence of Evil. So let's clear filter. Let's just do Essence.
They shall feel my fury.
Then you want to use the Stormcaller class. You're going to have to level this up. You're going to have to fully trait this. I guess I'll show it. Let's just show it. It's the best Guardian, so I'm going to go ahead and use an orb. You shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it. Purchase the first one. I'm just, I only have a week left on this account, so I'm just using my stuff. Now it's fully traded. It gives 4 to all skills on all Strix allies with matching 4 or more gems. It's got Stone Skin. Double skull damage versus yellow enemies. So you want to use it against yellow enemies if possible. And then, yeah, Stormcaller, the banner would be... With this particular one, it would be yellow and green. And that will work with Nimbus Bow, too, because Nimbus Bow is green and purple, I think. The banner should work. Don't want to minus purple. Let's go with this. Talon Banner. Makes sense, right? Finesse is a bird. Talon Banner will work. And let's take it somewhere like Explore. So we have yellow enemies. Because that's when you would use it. It's an example of a Guardian team. You'll have triple ferocity. Same thing, but you make yourself Shaman class. Just make your hero the same. You want it to say the same thing. That says Strix. That says Strix. right? So if you're using Ferocity, it's going to say Taurus, and you're going to want to make your hero say Taurus. And when you're using Defiance, it's going to say Urska, so you're going to want to do Sentinel to make your hero say Urska. You want your whole team to be the same typing. Strix on this one. Strix. The way we made our hero Strix is by using Stormcaller class. The way we would make our hero Taurus would be by using Shaman class, and then it would change to Taurus. If we were doing Defiance, it would be Sentinel, so we could be Urska. And on down the line, yeah. Persistence is Wargare or something, I think. But let's take this one for a spin. You'll get it eventually. And it'll be useful against the color of the same color. So Finesse versus yellow, Ferocity versus red, Defiance versus brown. That's when you would do that. Maybe if there's a yellow restriction in PvP and you don't have anything better, you could do Finesse. If there's a red restriction in PvP, if you don't have anything better, you could do Ferocity. If you're doing Explore for some reason and you're in a red kingdom or a yellow kingdom. So let's get up something. The only problem with this team is like we're just yellow and green. So it's nice to have the Nimbus Bow or the Staff of Storms or something with multiple colors here. But, so we're just going to have to take nothing right now. We need yellow or green. So it might be a little slow start. I should have took Skulls though. So we're hoping we have more yellow enemies than not. Yellow and green, come on. Or Skulls. Yellow and green or Skulls, come on. I wonder if I have any of the Guardian weapons. I don't think I do yet. That's the one thing that's... It's not a big problem, but your team definitely gets way better once you have the... When we hit these things with Skulls, we're doing like double damage. Alright, here we go. It's gonna crush his face in. That was like an easy one. I should have done a harder one. But we really need... Keep them even. Let me get out of here and do a harder fight, I guess. It's just gonna not look very impressive until you get a better weapon. Like, I wish I had something that wasn't a pure color. Let's retreat. Let's try a harder. I can only go up to 6, so we'll try 6. I made the fights harder just to show you. Peter's here. D-Rock's here. Yeah, you can kill pretty much anything with bee or truffle, you're right. We need our colors, come on. It sucks that we only have 2 colors. That's why you wanna, when you're making a team, you wanna cover as many colors as you can so you don't have to deal with this. There we go. Plus this gives mana. If we have a storm, it gives mana to all of their allies when we cast it. And with Stormcaller, there's a storm. So it just gave mana to the other birds. Need green and yellow, please.
Mana surge.
I mean, the team code is going to help you more than these examples are, because you're just going to put it in a team and wait till you get the weapon, probably. But if we hit a yellow enemy, it hits way harder. 98 almost killed it. Come on. Green and yellow, poop head. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. It's not showing itself very good in this fight, but trust me, they're good, and you just gotta get them better weapon and stuff. Get them traded and leveled, and get your class leveled and traded and all that. Once they're fully, they're good. Good for certain things, at least. Oh, jeez, come on. Green and yellow. But stealing my yellow, jerk. There we go. Come on, butt. Anyway, You'll get Nimbus Bow, you'll get Staff of Storms. Even Obsidian Libram would be better. Something that uses 2 colors. That way we cover more colors. Just having yellow and green is killing me. But something like this. Then you got the Ferocity, triple Ferocity, Rage Reaver's the weapon. Triple Defiance, Axe of the North is the weapon. Triple Persistence, I think it's like Stone Slicer or there's another one. I can't think of it right now. Lupine's Edge, and you know, just do your Guardian teams, especially against the color of the Guardian. So yellow versus yellow, red versus red. Anyway, so that's enough of that. All right, next up, so we did. Let's try to make the. All right, there's Truffle Shuffle. So we covered all these, right? Goblin was one. Finesse we just did. Dwarven Gate is going to be in there somewhere. This was the Truffle Shuffle. There's Ferocity. So I would change to Shaman class and probably change the banner, but you see I have it there. I got it ready to go. I'm going to use it. All right. Team 7. Let's try to make the Skeleton Key team. Because if you're low on gold and you're trying to... Like, I'm not saying you should gold farm, but I'm saying you could use the Skeleton Key team for, like, your adventure board, your dungeon, your pet rescues, just all your daily stuff to give yourself a little bit of extra gold if you're trying to get into a better guild or something. Or you're just low on gold. So let's make that team. The gold farming... team, which I used quite a bit way back in the day. I just don't think it's something you use that much these days, but you could for a period of time use it. Skeleton Key. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. Troops. We need Cedric. So Cedric you'll get from the key you get from Thief class weapon. Cedric, you'll get from opening vault keys, and you'll get sick of seeing them because they'll be popping up so much. It's crazy. Got to fully trade him too, so here we go. Using another one. It won't work unless he's fully traded. So we have to use orbs again. I got a lot of these. I might start using those. So you'll get them from vault keys. You'll have to have a vault event first. You'll have to get a bunch of keys first. You'll open keys. You'll get Cedric. Then you're gonna have to fully trade them. But you'll get there. He's part of the team. And then you got a Greed, who also needs to be fully traded. Oh, Egg Thief too. I think she's first. Oh, wait. Yeah, E before G. Dummy. Maybe upgrade her. And we'll at least do this one. I guess we're fine. Got a decent amount. We'll fully trade her. I guess I should have just did this. But I wanted to check my trait stones first. Make sure I wasn't running out of something. And then Greed, right? Where's Greed? Do I have it? What if I don't have it? There it is. Now you gotta fully trade this too, so it's a very bougie team. Everything has to be fully traded. Kinda bougie. You can use any class with this one too, so you can level a class while you do it. Alright, what order? I always forget. I can't remember. Isn't Cedric like... Or wait. I think that's it, right? Maybe Cedric's up top, huh? I think that's how it goes. I haven't used this team in a million years. Banner, maybe green. Might go all in on Egg Thief for real, because she's going to get everybody else up. Maybe Maze Banner. It's got this right now anyway. Let's do it. Greed is empowered, so he doesn't really need purple. Plus we get all that extra. I think Maze Banner. Class, you can do whatever you want. But 50% start class would be good. I'll just do Archer. And yeah, let's go show it somewhere. Like a vault key. Come on, stupid. This stream is taking way longer than I wanted it to. Let's do an epic. Because it'll do it. It'll be fine. Hold on. Let's do this. I don't know if this matters. You boost off of gold, but it might matter for like Egg Thief at first. Alright, let's go. Epic Vault Key with the gold farming team, the Skeleton Key team. Some people don't use the Skeleton Key. They got scared when it got nerfed, but it's still really good and it's fine. It only got a little bit nerfed. It's not that bad. You don't have to switch weapons. John's here. Mr. Z is here. Professor, if I didn't say it. I'm trying to get this stream going, so I'm sorry about the chat. I'll catch up in it. If you had any questions, I'll answer them. Just be patient, please. Alright, you always cast Greed first. He gets an extra turn anyway. You want to boost your gold up, so then, like, your Egg Thief will do more, your Key will do more. Like, you want gold with this team, because everything boosts off of gold. So you always cast Greed first. See how we boosted our gold up? Our Cedric is giving us 100% bonus gold from battle. So we can get 200 instead of like 100. So you already upped your gold right there, up here. And then we'll be able to hit harder because this does damage boosted by my gold. If they die, you get an extra turn. You don't ever cast him, but he's here for this. You cast this a lot to get up the Skeleton Key. You always cast this first to get your gold up. So you cast this first, and then you try to get this up. You cast this a bunch until you get this up. You cast this. You might not kill him on your first cast, but you will kill him on your second cast. You'll get an extra turn. Oh, we're just getting up Egg Thief right now. We could take Skulls, though. Weaken them. So green and red. There she is. Let's just do this. See how the whole board disappeared? It's nice. This is going to do 40 plus 68. That's 108. So that'll kill. And we could do this. And you weaken this one too, so next time you cast the key, you're going to kill this. You know? So we do this again. Just keep doing it till your key's up. There you go. So get an extra turn. Do this again. Just keep doing it. Got your key. Got a kill. Got an extra turn. Do this again. They're dead. 900 gold. Instead of like, you know, whatever. 400, 500 maybe. That's just from the fight. That's not even from the gnomes. We got 2 major orbs of chaos. And hey, I got them back. That's good. Alright, so yeah, that's a good team to use for a period of time. I wouldn't overdo it and use it forever. But it's bougie, so you gotta have everything fully traded. And, you know, you gotta be doing vault events first to get your Cedric. You gotta get the class weapon from Thief. The Egg Thief and Greed aren't too hard to get because they're low rarity. But you want to have everything fully traded and all that. So eventually, though, you will use this team for like adventure board, dungeon, pet rescues. You can open vault keys with it, like I just did. And just build your gold up so you can join a better guild. Hopefully you don't need to use it for forever, but you know, enough to get into a good guild and then stay in a good guild and then switch to something better. So that's the Skeleton Key team. Did I cover all the first 5 teams? I got Goblins, Rowan, Guardians, Gold Farming Skeleton Key team, Truffle Shuffle. Alright, I want to show you like one more at least. that I've been using. What is that? Thought it was on here somewhere. There it is. So I've been using this quite a bit. It's just a true damage team, Queen Beatrix, Vanaxia. You could double up on Queen Beatrix. You could use Shaggorath. It depends. Just do true damage. You know, Tesla's good too. You'll get one of these eventually. Like Queen Beatrix you'll get from the Underworld. You already have Leprechaun from your Rowan team. You got Mountain Crusher. Vanaxia is just a legendary. Maybe you get Tesla. Maybe if you don't have a random legendary, use Shaggorath. That's another Underworld legendary. But something like this, it can make stuff pretty fast. So we'll just do an Epic Valky here. That's what I would say as however many teams that was. As a beginner. We're not talking about mid-game. These are beginner teams. So even if you don't have this, Shaggorath works, which is a beginner troop. And depending on what's on the board here, you got 11 and 9. You got 11 and 11. So whatever's better. You want your highest chance at getting an extra turn. We got 16 and 8, 16 and 13. Let's do this one. And they're dead. And this gets to be faster than your Rowan eventually. You build up your Nisha medals, your magic. Whoa! There's some gems for Sana. 900 gems. As long as I have the cursed runes. That's the problem. You have to use cursed runes to level your Soul Forge. So even if I had thought ahead, I'm gonna give all my gems to Sana when I'm done with this account. And if I had thought ahead, I don't think I could have done it better because you have to use cursed runes to level your Soul Forge. And then to get to the guildmate gift thing where you can give gems to other guildmates, you have to level your Soul Forge to a certain level, and you have to use cursed runes to do that. And then to give a guildmate gift, it uses cursed runes. So I could have thought about it maybe a week sooner, but I don't think I would have been able to do too much. Like maybe not level my Soul Forge like one time or that I did. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. 900 gems, baby. Yeah, I'm going to open all these vault keys by the time I'm done with this account. But that's the teams that I wanted to show you. Now, we could shout out other troops here that I have, but that's mostly what you're going to mess with as a beginner. Goblins at first until you get Rowan. Then Rowan and the several different iterations of it. The quick one and the boosting one. And then you got, we did the Dwarven Gate, Wall of Tentacles, Wall of Bones thing with your Black Manacles. Pretty much a Black Manacles team. And then we had, you know, the Truffle Shuffle. And then we had, the Guardians, if I didn't already say it. Ferocity, Finesse. Those are kind of bougie a little bit. They're easy to get, but then you got to fully trade them. You got to get the class. You got to use the class. You got to get the right weapon, and so they're a little bit bougie too. And then the Skeleton Key gold farming team is also a little bit bougie. That's why they're a little bit later. Like you're gonna get the Goblins, the Rowan, the Truffle Shuffle, like first, in the Black Manacles, and then you're gonna get like the Guardians and the Skeleton Key team because they're more bougie and you need more trait stones and more different weapons and stuff like that. So it takes a little bit longer to make them like perfect. Then something like that, some sort of true damage Queen Beatrix team, or Shaggorath Queen Beatrix, or Vanaxia Queen Beatrix, something with Queen Beatrix that'll make things a little bit faster than like boosting your Rowan, like in a Epic Vault Key or the hardest Vault Key, or things that get a little bit harder. You can just loop them to death with the Queen Beatrix and another true damage option. I like Vanaxia a little bit better than Shaggorath because it can also loop. It puts the same colors up as Queen Beatrix, or a double Queen Beatrix or something like that. Gobtruffle Queen Beatrix I don't like so much because Gobtruffle's not true damage. If you're going to do Gobtruffle, you might as well go all in and just do 2 of them. And if you're going to do Queen Beatrix, you might as well go all in and do 2 of them instead of mixing those 2 together, because Gobtruffle does physical, Queen Beatrix does true damage. So every time you cast the Gobtruffle, you're just hitting their armor, while Queen Beatrix would have just chipped through their HP a little bit faster if you'd just been casting 2 Queen Beatrixes. But that's it. That's all I wanted to do with that. Let's talk about class progression real quick, then I'll catch up in the chat, and then Yeah, I've got to get out of here pretty soon. But class progression, what's going to happen in the game is kingdoms are going to open in a certain order. So you can't just automatically go straight to Titan or Elementalist or Sentinel because the way the kingdoms open. So the first one that opened for me that was any good was Orb Weaver. I forget where it's from. But Orb Weaver opened first, so I used that as my first class because it went okay with my Rowan team and my Goblin team. So Orb Weaver was first until I opened other classes. And then I think I went to Titan next. It might have been Archer, but as far as classes go, I'm going to use Orb Weaver first just because it opens first. It's not amazing or anything. It is pretty good, but just because it opens first. So here it is. It has a green storm. So it has a leaf storm, which will help you with your Rowan. It'll help you with Truffle Shuffle. It'll help you with goblins like Root Trap. And it just opens first. So Orb Weaver is the first one you're going to use. After that, I can't remember what opened next. It might have been... Let's see. Yeah, it might have been Archer. So you might switch to Archer for a minute. And then Titan will open up. You'll switch to Titan. Then I got Titan to 100. So I messed with Orb Weaver until Archer opened up. And then I messed with Archer until Titan opened up. And then I did Titan to 100. You could do it to 70 if you want. You don't have to go to 100. But I did Titan. That's what I did. I can just tell you what I did. So Orb Weaver first until Archer. Then Archer until Titan, and then Titan, and I did Titan to like 100, because Titan's really good. You're going to use it all the time. You might as well level it all the way, at least to 70, but all the way to 100. Then you're going to be getting, by the time all that's done, you're going to be ready for Vault Event. So then you go by class weapons. So then you're going to look at class weapons. So it's Orb Weaver, then Archer, then Titan, and then you look at class weapons. So you want to do stuff like, I did Plague Lord, I think, first. You have to open all your kingdoms, too. So before you do your first Vault Event, make sure you opened all your kingdoms, all your classes. Or at least some of these. So Plague Lord I did first. Because you get Essence of Evil. And it's a really, really good weapon. Can do Terror. Just wraps the whole enemy up. It makes it so they can't cast or do anything. It's nice. What did I do second? I think I did Reflection of Good second. So I went to Archmagus next. Get that Reflection of Good. Grant all status effects to an ally, then explode 15 gems of their mana color. And still, like, the reason I'm not doing, like, Urskaya opens last. So, you could do that next. Let's do Sentinel. I didn't do it first, though. I'm just telling you how it happened. Like, ideally, you would get... You see I'm not even using this weapon, though? I'm still using Golden Cog. Because this is better for, like, when the enemies are difficult. Which eventually you will switch to it. It'll be a good, like, Golden Cog or Shield of Urskaya for your Rowan team. But you'll get this, so do that one next, Sentinel. And it's just for 250 wins during a Vault Event, and then you switch to the next one. The weapon will go to the male. What was next? Okay, we got Essence of Evil, Reflection of Good, Shield of Urskaya. You want to get your Skeleton Key. So you go to Thief. Get your Skeleton Key. That's for that team I just showed you. And then, like, the rest of them are kind of... They're all... Like, you can get Fiend Fire. They're all kind of right in the same spot here, I think. Right here. These three are pretty good. You got Dervish. Dancing Daggers. Just a good hit-all enemy weapon that's yellow, in case you have a yellow restriction or something like that. Can't use Black Manacles. Diabolist. Fiend Fire. You can curse and burn all enemies if you need a curse. If you have a Daemon ally team that needs a curse or something. Hits all enemies. You got Doomsayer. Sin's Harvest until you get those doomed weapons. Like Doomed Glaive and Doomed Club and all that. You could do this one. Deals damage to all enemies and converts yellow gems to Doom Skulls. Pretty nice. So get all those. Corsair has one. Plunder and Peril. Pretty good. Did I miss any? Archer doesn't. Archmagus does. Assassin doesn't. Barbarian doesn't. Bard doesn't. Corsair does. Death Knight doesn't. Dervish does. Diabolist does. Doomsayer does. Dragon Guard, no. Elementalist, no. Frost Mage is okay. Could get this Orb of Winter. I'll probably get that one next. Does damage to all enemies, and it's a blue weapon, in case you need to do damage to all enemies with the blue weapon. Geomancer, no. Hierophant, no. Knight, no. Mechanist, no. Monk, no. Necromancer, I don't think so. Nightweaver, no. Oracle, no. Orbweaver, no. Plague Lord, yes. Priest, no. Rune Priest, no. Sentinel, yes. Shaman, no. Slayer, no. Sorcerer, no. Spirit Walker, no. Stormcaller, no. Sunspear, no. Thief, yes. Tiecaller, is this one okay? Three Sisters. Maybe after you get, like, everything else. Orb of Winter and everything. Titan, you're going to do anyway, but it doesn't have a good class weapon. Warden, no. Warlord, no. War Priest, no. So I just told you all the good class weapons, and just get all of those next. So Orb Weaver opens first. You just do it because it opens first. Archer opens next. You just do it because it opens next. And they both have green storms for your Rowan or for your goblins. Then Titan opens next. You're going to do that to 70 or 100 and just stay on it for a long time. Then you're going to do class weapons when your first Vault event happens. You're going to open all your kingdoms, open all your classes, especially the ones I said. Plague Lord, Archmagus, Thief, Sentinel, Diabolist, you know, all those. Doomsayer, Dervish, Corsair. Do all those. Get all your class weapons. And then you can either, like, continue getting all your class weapons by going and getting all of them. You probably won't use a lot of the other ones, but you could just go get them to get them. 250 wins is only like to level 20 on each class. Or you could go, and I would say you want to level. So Titan was first as far as leveling. Then I would say Archer. At least get that freaking, you know, get it fully traded. And at least get down to this, like, Leaf Storm. But you could go all the way and you get like a, or no. But at least get the Leaf Storm on Archer. So now you have a class that can do a Leaf Storm. And it's a good class with a 50% start and like an instant kill. And then you would want to do Thief. So you have a Purple Storm with a 50% start. So you're covering a lot of your bases here. You know, 50% start. It has a Purple Storm. And if you go all the way on this one, it has an instant kill. It's Rising Shadows. 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. So good potential one to go all the way to 100. So maybe do Thief to 100 after you do Sentinel to 100. But yeah, anyway, that's what I would say. That's beginner stuff. So anything beyond all that is probably mid-game stuff. But, okay, we went over the first teams and we went over the class progression. That's all I wanted to do in this stream. So let's go catch up in the chat. If you guys have any questions in the chat, I'll answer them now. See what y'all said. Let's see how much I gotta, how far back I gotta go here. I did want to show you guys Bounty. Like, I just want to show you where I'm at. Let me show you this real quick, and then I'll get to the chat here. I'm on 20. Doing 20. I'm using Tesla. I bought up to tier 4. I'm just gonna see, like, how far can I get it with tier 4? I was curious. Let's do a fight, and then I'll show you my rewards, and then we'll finish up in the chat. Tesla. Come on, poopy pants. Woo! 2 shots. Got a Valraven. I'm on 20. So I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but if I don't, I'll just buy up in the shop so I can get all rewards. You want this stuff. You want that major orb. You want those trait stones. You want those gems, that gold. You don't want to stop. You want both of those major orbs. There's another orb there. Vault key. This is really good to do. So I'm going to do it. I got 5 turns left. I was getting like 4,800 a fight, so almost 5,000. I need 60,000. So what's that? 12 fights? 12 fights? Something like that. It's going to be close. I only got 5 right now. So I need more Valraven. I need 2 more Valravens. So in these 5 fights, I got to get 1. And then in the next, like, 9 fights, I got to get another one type of stuff. Or whatever. In these next 5 fights, I got to get 1. Which will give me 7 total. So somehow I got to get 2 Valravens in 7 fights. Pretty much. Which I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But we'll see. I'll let you know on Monday if it worked out. Or if I had to buy tier 5 and just finish it up like that. 300 gems is totally worth it to get this major orb, I feel. I'm going to get 20 gems back. Some trait stones too. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show today. 58 minutes, thank you. I don't know how long ago that was, but Burial says, thank you for the answer. Apparently that Prince enables a lot of loops with Glacie. I don't know. I don't really use Glaceon anymore, but he's an older troop that, oh, you mean, Glacia? Maybe. Maybe. Professor says, any hero keys? I think I already opened them off stream. Might have a couple. Hey, that's nice, thanks. I forgot about that. I do have some of these. I don't think you get too much out of here, though. I guess I'm getting some stuff down there. Got some cursed runes. Could use those. Ritz, nice. Ooh, I got a new troop. Heck yeah. Ooh, I'll take all this, yeah. Good idea. Professor. Everybody gets hero keys no matter what your level, but the game sure doesn't remind you. I know, you always remind me, but the game doesn't. Thank you, Mark. Got 2 mythics. Yeah, I think I got 3 eventually, right? Peter, you're not that lucky with keys? Well, you got to kind of like save up a bunch. It seems like you're not lucky if you're like opening 50 at a time every day and you just open like 50 a day or something. Or if you get 20 of them and you're just opening them right away and blah, blah, blah. I would wait until Sunday and then open all your keys for the week or something like that. It'll feel better. You'll stack up a decent amount and then you open them. Instead of like doing it every single day, you're going to feel like 6 out of the 7 days you had bad luck. So if you like save them all up until Sunday, and then your guild chest will be as high as it can be too. It's just like good practice to not open guild seal chests until Sunday to make sure your guild has chest level 6 or whatever the highest level they're going to get. So even if they don't hit 6, they're going to hit whatever their highest level is going to be. Whether it's 4 or 5, it's going to be on Sunday. You know, it's safe to open keys on Sunday. Because it's going to be your highest chest level for your guild. So you might as well just open your glory keys, your gem keys, your gold keys, everything on Sunday. Just to have, like, that good practice of your guild seals. Then you're not opening them every single day, and it's not feeling like crap every day. So save them up and open them all on Sunday, except for on a new mythic week with the crappy new mythic. Peter was watching for teams. Well, they were all beginner teams, but they all should help beginners, for sure. You know, help you go transition to the mid-game and to some better teams like Tesla and High King Iron Gut and Zul'Goth and some Dragon teams and, you know, stuff like that. You'll end up getting, like, the random legendaries out of chests, and you'll start building teams from those. But these are mostly Underworld teams I'm doing because it's beginner stuff. They're all still good, though. I use Rowan to this day. I use Queen Beatrix to this day on my main account. I still use Gobtruffle sometimes. Like, I use Guardian sometimes. Like, they're all good teams. D-Rock says, TBF, I can kill just about anyone with Bee or Truffle. Same here. Sana says, Cunning goes great with Captain Saltclaw. Burial says, Iron Gut plus the Curse Weapon still viable? Yep. You could do Iron Gut with Essence of Evil. You can do Iron Gut with, like, Fiendfire. You can do Iron Gut with Miraji Queen. You can do Iron Gut with Vash Dagon. You can do Iron Gut with Wand of Stars. Anything that curses to where you can make it to where everything can be devoured. Bane of Mercy. John Fitzpatrick. Sana says, does they have weapons guardians? Which ones? Yeah, like Finesse is Nimbus Bow or Staff of Storms. Ferocity is Rage Reaver. Defiance is Axe of the North. Persistence is Lupine's Edge, etc. Mr. Z says, here for a few minutes. It's been a rough week moving my daughter to college today. We had a death in the family, just not enough time. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Mr. Z. I've been stressed out too, but not that stressed. I've been low-key stressed, like 24/7, but not like high-key stressed like that. That's pretty crazy. Sorry for for your loss and everything. John says, Finesse team was my go-to team when I was low level. Yep, and that's what we're doing. Beginner account, early game account. It'll work. You just got to get them fully traded, get the weapon. It looked kind of clunky when we did it today, but I don't have it yet. Like, I'm still working towards it. We gotta wait till a certain kingdom comes through. You might get luckier than me. You might get Nimbus Bow in the Soul Forge right away, and then your Finesse team is going to be a major part of your teams. You might get Rage Reaver like in the Soul Forge, depending on which kingdom it is. You know, Wild Plains, I think, is Rage Reaver. Like, if you're doing a new account and you happen to see Wild Plains and you happen to have the diamonds to get it, go get Rage Reaver, and now your Ferocity team will be better than mine because you just happen to be doing it at the time of the kingdom. Kind of works out like that sometimes. John says, sorry to hear that, Captain. Have a crap week. My car was written off last Saturday after an accident. My wife and I are okay. The car is only metal. Oh, no. That sucks, John. Skelly carried you for a long time, Professor. That was my PvP team when PvP was still fun. Who's Skelly? I'm trying to think. Skeleton Key? Yeah, I'm glad to hear you're okay, John. Anita is sliding in here sideways, waving hi to everyone. Yeah, no hands on the wheel, just waving. Thank you so much, Anita, for the birthday wishes. Tomorrow. Moon Mage is good, but that's that's like a, vault. It's like a, eventually type of thing. I don't know that it's a beginner thing. It's more of like a parlor trick, like sneaky good when you're leveling Doomsayer, when you're doing a vault event. Like, it's very specific. So I don't even know if you would hit it as a beginner yet. You need to have King Averlorn on that team. Moonmate, it's a good team, but it's only for like, you'll do it for like one vault event when you're leveling Doomsayer. Maybe you're going after Sen's Harvest. You're leveling up Doomsayer. That's what I say. Like, other people use it no matter what without Doomsayer, but I feel like Rowan's just as fast, just as good, can use every class. So the one time I would say Moon Mage is better than Rowan is when you're leveling Doomsayer. So if you get bored of Rowan, you can use Moon Mage. So it's pretty good. You know, they're all comparable. They're definitely comparable. Depends how high your magic is. Like, it's easier to get guard medals. It's easier to have higher armor than it is to have higher magic. So Moon Mage, like I said, is more of a mid-game when you have more magic. But it's good. What's the hero level cap? There's no level cap on hero. But the realistic level cap is like 3,000. The last time you're going to get a stat is 3,000. And I think it's a magic. Is 2,000 a magic stat? I think 2,000 is magic. At level 2,000, you get your last magic stat. And then 3,000 is probably your last stat ever. Because it progressively gets harder and harder and harder, and it takes more and more experience to level. Now, we have double experience this week. We have an XP booster, but that's not going to take somebody from 3,000 to 4,000. No way, Jose. Maybe 3,000 to 3,020. Maybe. Because it gets harder and harder and harder. Imagine if you're the level you are right now, whatever it is. How long does it take you to get a level? Like, when it's not a double XP week with an XP booster, you know? It's like a regular week. Takes pretty long, right? If you're level 1,500, 1,600, 1,700 to go to, like, the next level, it takes a while. It's just going to get harder and harder and harder every time you level. And then by the time you're level 2,500, you're getting, like, one level a freaking week or something. 2K is magic. Yep, that's like the last good one. 3K is like, hey, look at me, and you get something like armor. But you got a higher. Nobody else has that many stats. You know, get to flex. You have more stats than everybody. So you're 3,000. But that's realistically nobody. I don't think anybody's 4,000. You could go to PvP. You could go to like global. could see like some of the highest level people here. 2,244. They're first place on the global leaderboard. So they're not even 3,000. You look through all of these. What's the highest? 2,200 looks like real. Up 2485. 2644. Whoa. See what I mean? 3,000's like the pretty much the last level you're ever gonna get for real. 2819. This would be the place to see like who's got the highest level. But you see, there's no 3,000s. Nobody's 3,000. The highest we saw was like 2,800. And that's going to be a long... Like, that's going to take them a freaking year, probably. But yeah, I think that's it. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get about the channel comment below. Sorry we didn't do like too many battles, but this was just stuff I wanted to cover before the new account playthrough was over. The beginner teams, the first 5 teams, the first 6, 7 teams, whatever it may be, in order, and then class progression, what classes you level for what reason, in order. And next time I'm going to try to open all my vault keys in between. I'm going to try to do some Underspire in between and some trials in between. But on Thursday, we're going to hopefully be doing the second boss on the Underspire, or maybe the Epic Trial Fight, one of the two. Then the other day, we'll do the other one on Sunday. And that's the last 2 streams for this new account playthrough. Then we'll have an entire 30-part playlist that everybody can watch for this new account playthrough too. Then I'm hopefully going to go back through it, rewatch it, make shorter videos out of each stream, so you don't have to watch a freaking 2-hour live stream for every single part. 30 parts of 2-hour live, 60 hours. I don't want people to have to watch 60 hours if they don't want to. Right now you can. Treat it like a podcast. 60 hours really isn't that much if you're working, playing the game, grinding, doing chores. Like, just put headphones in, your drive to work, whatever. You'll get it, you'll knock it out here at chunks at a time. I don't expect somebody to sit down and watch an entire 2-hour live stream in one sitting. But if you, like, keep track and knock out chunks at a time, I'm sure you could watch the whole thing. I've done it before myself. But I'm going to eventually make little shorter videos out of each stream. Like, here's part 1, and I'll try to make it a 15-minute video instead of a 2-hour live stream. Here's part 2, I'll try to make it a 10-minute video instead of an hour-and-a-half live stream. Something like that. And then I'll call it something to where you know that that's what it is. The TLDR or the TLDW of the new account playthrough. And here's another playlist. And here's everything I said, but in concise, shorter 10-minute chunks instead of... taking a 2-hour live stream and turning it into like a 10-minute video with just like take the chat out, take all the rambling and repeating myself out, hopefully, and just do the here's what I said in this stream. Bang, 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 bang. And then I'll put out a whole nother playlist with those on it. Eventually. It might take me a long time, so don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. You should probably just watch this playlist, because it's going to take me a while to do that. If I do it at all. It's like I hope I do that type of thing. Not promising, but I'm hoping I do that. Thought I was going to do that with the last new account playthrough, and I never did, so... We'll see. If I have time, I'll do it. I'm really going to try. The one thing I'm already thinking about is the 8-hour chatathon. That's one of the new account playthroughs, so I don't really... I'm going to have to watch an 8-hour freaking chatathon just to make a video. I don't know. I'll try. Maybe like 2 times speed. But yeah, we'll see ya. Yeah, tomorrow is Monday. What's going on? Is it like a world event? We got the apple juice stream on Saturday. My birthday's tomorrow. Mark's birthday's tomorrow. Allie's birthday is during the apple juice stream. Isn't that cool? So we'll have to remember that. The 24th is Allie's birthday and the apple juice stream. It's the apple juice stream's 3rd birthday, and it's Allie's 30th birthday on Saturday. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be back in the morning. Probably have to knock it out pretty quick because I got to go get my license renewed. So I'm going to try to stream and then go do that. I keep putting it off and putting it off. Mark's going to end up being right, and I'm going to have an expired license, and I'm going to have to make an appointment, and I'm going to have to... But I'm hoping I'll do a short stream in the morning. Before the stream, I'll make an appointment or get in line or something, and then I'll just go after the stream on Monday. That's what I'm hoping. I'm putting it off to the last second like a dummy. I always do what I'm supposed to do, but I do always put things off to the last second. Well, I don't know. It is what it is. But thank you for joining me today. Like, share, subscribe, so joining helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. We had sauna. Saturday is the apple juice. Apple juice. So similar to a chatathon, but you're buying something different. You're not buying time. You're buying crazy. You're buying crazy ranty. You're buying lowering my guard. You're buying... Let's see what he says if I donate. Let's see what I say if I get him into that second one there. Let's see what he says. Maybe he'll give us his social security number if I can get him into that second or third can. Let's see how crazy he gets if I donate this much, you know? Something like that. We don't put time on the clock. We put liquid in my stomach and then my bloodstream. All right, Professor Sauna, Mark, John Fitzpatrick, Anita. Got Anita with the gifted. Thank you so much. Chad was not lonely today. Anita went out there, cooked him dinner. And then Chad made her something out of wood. Made her something out of wood. We got John, we got Professor, we got Mr. Z. Burial Phantom, thanks for being here today. I always like answering beginner questions, or any kind of question. Helps the stream keep going. There's people out there that are afraid to ask questions that might have learned something today. You never, or they're watching after. They don't have to be afraid. They might just be watching after. D-Rock the Savage was here. Peter was here today. Got Professor. We got Burial Phantom. We got Can Grim Caldero. Rydia. Chad with a two running out there. Early bird gets the worm. Eating steak. Tyrion, John. Tyrion Shark. Burial. Jam Ricks. Professor. Mark. Sauna. And Sauna was first. Mark was second. I already knew that. But who was third? Who was third? It was Burial Phantom was third today. Shout out to Burial Phantom. First three here. Sauna, Mark, Burial Phantom. Alright, y'all. What'd Professor say? Get your free stuff today for... Yeah, I got it. I showed that on the stream. Somebody else reminded me. I think Sauna maybe? Or Mark? I don't know. Professor says I'll put some donation up early. I might be at the state fair that night. Alright, you can watch it after and see what your donation did to me, bro. Maybe I went wild. Showed my nipples. Anyway, I'll see you guys. You're the best. Have a good one. See you tomorrow morning. Peace out.